Gift your knowledge gear to the pros from the dealer's floor with tips and tricks and so much more. Be the buyer that's wise and smart. Rolling in style, you're off to a start. Mohawk Table Talk, come join the ride. The podcast that's got you auto supply. From deals to trends and buying advice, we'll make car shopping extra nice. Got a question? Ask away. Nate and Mike got things to say. Guests drop in with insights to share. They'll guide you with their expert flair. Stories flow, insights unfold. Stay ahead, drive bold and cold. Mohawk secrets shared with care. Hit the road with confidence to spare. Mohawk Table Talk, come join the ride. The podcast that's got you auto supply. From deals to trends and buying advice, we'll make car shopping extra nice. Stories flow, insights unfold. Stay ahead, drive bold and cold. Mohawk secrets shared with care. Hit the road with confidence to spare. Mohawk Table Talk, come join the ride. The podcast that's got you auto supply. From deals to trends and buying advice, we'll make car shopping extra nice. Tune in Tuesdays, don't be late. Nate and Mike got info great. Local auto news you need to hear. Ready to shift your knowledge gear. They're the pros from the dealer's floor, with tips and tricks and so much more. Be the buyer that's wise and smart. Rolling in style, you're off to a start. Mohawk Table Talk, come join the ride. The podcast that's got you auto supply. From deals to trends and buying advice, we'll make car shopping extra nice. Got a question? Ask away. Nate and Mike got things to say. Guests drop in with insights to share. They'll guide you with their expert flair. Stories flow, insights unfold. Stay ahead, drive bold and cold. Mohawk secrets shared with care. Hit the road with confidence to spare. Mohawk Table Talk, come join the ride. The podcast that's got you auto supply. From deals to trends and buying advice, we'll make car shopping extra nice. Got a question? Ask away. Nate and Mike got things to say. Guests drop in with insights to share. They'll guide you with their expert flair. Stories flow, insights unfold. Stay ahead, drive bold and cold. Mohawk secrets shared with care. Hit the road with confidence to spare. Mohawk Table Talk, come join the ride. The podcast that's got you auto supply. From deals to trends and buying advice, we'll make car shopping extra nice. Mohawk Table Talk, come join the ride. The podcast that's got you auto supply. From deals to trends and buying advice, we'll make car shopping extra nice. Oh, yeah. Where's the one you way up? We are so glad you're here. Tune in Tuesdays, don't be late. Nate and Mike got info great. Local auto news you need to hear. Ready to shift your knowledge gear. They're the pros from the dealers floor with tips and Mohawk Table Talk. Come join the ride. The podcast that's got you auto supplied. From deals to trends and buying advice, we'll make car shopping extra nice. Ask away, Nate and Mike got things to say. Guests drop in with insights to share. They'll guide you with their expert flair. Stories flow, insights unfold. Stay ahead, drive bold and cold. Mohawk secrets shared with care. Hit the road with confidence to spare. Ooh, Mohawk Table Talk, come join the ride. The podcast that's got you auto supplied. From deals to trends and buying advice, we'll make car shopping extra nice. Stories flow, insights unfold. Stay ahead, drive bold and cold. Mohawk secrets shared with care. Hit the road with confidence to spare. Mohawk Table Talk, come join the ride. The podcast that's got you auto supplied. From deals to trends and buying advice, we'll make car shopping extra nice. So bad. Tune in Tuesdays, don't be late. Nate and Mike got info great. Local auto news you need to hear. Ready to shift your knowledge gear. They're the pros from the dealer's floor with tips and tricks and so much more. Be the buyer that's wise and smart. Rolling in style, you're off to a start. Mohawk Table Talk, come join the ride. The podcast that's got you auto supplied. From deals to trends and buying advice, we'll make car shopping extra nice. Got a question, ask away. Nate and Mike got things to say. Guests drop in with insights to share. They'll guide you with their expert flair. Stories flow, insights unfold. Stay ahead, drive bold and cold. Mohawk secrets shared with care. Hit the road with confidence to spare. Mohawk Table Talk, come join the ride. The podcast that's got you auto supplied. From deals to trends and buying advice, we'll make car shopping extra nice. Think of Porsche on every day. Mohawk Table Talk, come join the ride. The podcast that's got you auto supplied. From deals to trends and buying advice, we'll make car shopping extra nice. We are so glad you're here. Tune in Tuesdays, don't be late. Nate and Mike got info great. Local auto news you need to hear. Ready to shift your knowledge gear. The pros from
Well, it's that time again, everybody. Mohawk Table Talk on a Friday. Just like we've been saying, we're here.
This is not new either. This is a couple months old now.
Yeah,
Fridays.
And I feel like we actually make it on time now on
That's
Fridays.
right,
Whereas on Tuesdays, I feel like it was like, hit or miss.
That's right.
I feel like we're more on consistent now.
But we're back.
Welcome, everybody. This is Mohawk Table Talk, where we bring you tips and tricks and local news of what's going on in the automotive realm that would affect you as a buyer, because we want to make sure that you're educated, because we know that educated buyers are the best buyers. And today, if you don't know, I'm Nathaniel Greco. This is my esteemed host, Mr. Mike O'Toole. Welcome.
Welcome to everybody. And if this is your first time, I can't believe it's anybody's first time watching, but if it is, we appreciate it. Whatever platform you're watching, we appreciate if you're watching live. Keep in mind, if you have any questions about anything that we're talking about, feel free to chime in, and our producer, who's over there, will give us the bat signal, and we will answer your questions to the best. That's right, to the best of our ability. If you're watching the replay, we really appreciate it. Please like and share, and if you have any comments or questions about anything we're covering today, put it in the comments, and we'll be happy to get back to you.
Absolutely. And today we're talking about the tech overload.
Oh, so much.
All of the features that are now coming on vehicles, some of which you think to yourself, did we really need that? Or are you just trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist?
Yeah, or just maybe keep up with the neighbors, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, they have that. I want that. What's this new, what do we have? Adaptive cruise. We got laser. There's so much stuff.
There's more features on vehicles now than the Apollo 11 had.
Really?
I don't know if that's true. I'm just making that up. But I feel like it does. Because all of our vehicles, they beep, they buzz, they sometimes grab the wheel, they drive for you. And when the novelty wears off, what technology is actually saving your life versus what technology is just there for creature comfort. So we're going to talk about that.
We're going to talk about it. We're going to cover a few things that are in a lot of the vehicles nowadays. So if you have not shopped or even been in a newer vehicle, if you haven't shopped for a vehicle in 5 or 10 years, which is certainly possible because people are holding onto their cars longer, you'll be surprised at what comes, and a lot of it comes standard. Comes standard in Honda, comes standard in Chevrolet models and others. And we're going to cover some of those just to give you the wrap up on what's going on. I can't believe it. It's already, in a few days, it's going to be the fourth quarter of 2025. So we're at the end of September, a couple days left. Then, yeah, that's right. And then it's going to be October 1st. I can't believe it.
12 weeks until the end of the year?
But we do have pumpkin-themed pillows. Decor, and
we keep up with the times here.
That's right. We were talking about some things that are going on locally, so let's start off with that. We just finished a really cool project, or I should say event. We just finished a really cool event this past weekend. How did that go, Nate? What happened at the Dodgeball tournament?
Well, I wish we had it. We should have thought about it, brought it up.
Yeah.
But Mohawk Honda, we've been talking about it. The odds were ever in our favor. We brought home the trophy for the 2025 Dodgeball tournament from Special Olympics.
That's right. So it was a benefit for Special Olympics. Everyone was glad. I'll tell you, I don't know if you heard in the showroom with the staff on Monday, but there were some people that had a few bumps and bruises and
bumps, bruises, soreness. Jared could barely walk.
That's right. They dipped, they dove, they dodged, they did it all.
They did it all.
So great cause though for Special Olympics. Was super glad to have the participation. Thank you if you showed up or even tuned in just for the posts or anything. That was a really cool event. And although we didn't, because of timing, and I'll take the blame for this, we did not get our cider donuts here this week. We're going to have to defer to next week.
The good news is that there's we still got tons of time.
That's right. Well, we think we do, right? Like Nate mentioned last week, it's the end of September, and when you get to the apple orchards and you get out there and doing your fall stuff in October, you almost feel like you missed it.
Yep.
Right? It's like you're late to the party, although it's 75 degrees out today. I can't believe that we're talking about fall activities, and it still feels like summer.
I had a flannel on, and I took that flannel off because, we're talking about all of these things we're doing. We have the Double M tomorrow, so we'll be there for their customer appreciation night. You'll see myself, you'll see Alyssa Corbett, and a few others from Mohawk Chevrolet. So if you are in the area and you are going to Double M's Customer Appreciation Night. Come on over, say hello, and there might be some prizes for you to win. So check that out. Today, we're actually, right after this podcast, Jared and I and the Mohawk Social Squad are headed to Elms Farms. We are going to be making some content with them, for them, and I'm going to let them in on a little secret. We're going to see if I can do the farm. I'm going to see if I can be a farmer.
Okay.
So I got my boots on.
Oh, look at that.
See these?
Wow, those are no joke. Those are authentic.
Cowboy boots, you know?
Tune in after this because we have to see what this is going to happen.
I got my belt buckle on. So stay tuned for the video and the behind the scenes photos of whether or not Ava and I can become farmers. We're gonna find that out. But we are partnering with Elms. We are also partnering with Bowman Orchards. We have a few vehicles there, so check that out. And obviously, I said Double M. We will be there later in October for another setup event, another on-site activation. Plus, we like to do our yearly vlog there of the hayrides.
Ooh, that's right. It's coming up to hayride season.
Hayride season.
And I don't know if they're all haunted, but there's a haunted hayride, right? It's just a hayride.
I learned today that there are not many kid-friendly hayrides out there.
Okay.
More like kid-friendly corn mazes.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, those are cool. You can get. It's not. Some of those aren't that easy to get. You're in there. You're getting lost. And anyway.
Elms Farm has a corn maze.
We're gonna be there later today, so that's gonna be neat. We have perfect weather for it. So join us with patronizing those local businesses, especially Bowman Orchards, right across the river and right by the river rather in Rexford. So. You'll see our vehicles there. A lot of cool things going on, and we're going to keep you up to date with what else is going on. If I can just segue really quickly into some car news.
Car news.
National car news.
Yes.
Is we've given this everybody the countdown for months now, but today is September 26th, and on September 30th, which is just a few days from now, is the last day to take advantage of that electric vehicle income tax credit. That's the federal income tax credit, federal EV tax credit, $7,500 on new, up to $4,000 on pre-owned EVs. So that's the last day. You're right about there. If you're listening to this podcast on Friday today and you want to act on it, you may have time to get that done. So we're right in the home stretch of that, but just keep that in mind. And today's segment is not about EVs, believe it or not, but we will keep you updated on future episodes about now that those federal tax credits are going to go away, how that affects the market. So we're going to keep you updated on that, but that's not today's topic. So
not today's topic.
Tune in on the future about that.
We do have some special guests, and I have talked to them. But UVI is up at Mohawk Chevrolet at the moment. We have the UVI System Zero. We've talked about them before, and they're going to be on our podcast with us soon.
I like that. UVI, and we covered this in a prior episode, maybe more than one. Real quickly, for folks who don't know what that is, UVI system, that's right, is the system that if you visited either Mohawk Chevrolet or Mohawk Honda, when you drive your vehicle in for service into the service drive, you kind of drive over a little light strip and there's some stuff going on and you just kind of continue on your way. That UVI system is the system that provides that scanning technology that gives you and the service advising team all the info they need to know about your vehicle, helps save you time, helps save you money, and gives you some peace of mind. So we're happy to have them. And that's a pretty good segue because that is the latest and greatest in service technology.
Right.
And we're going to talk today about vehicle technology and how that's advanced over the years.
Yeah, technology is definitely advanced in terms of what can go on these cars, radar, sensors, cameras, all of that stuff. And, there's some that you just think, do we need this? But then there's some that you say, how is this actually happening?
Yep.
And so with that, there's a lot of technology that is actually making a huge difference. You have the Honda Sensing Safety Suite and then the Chevy Safety Assist. And there's a core amount of features that come standard on vehicles, right? And so the IIHS has seen a bunch of decrease in frontal collisions and different accidents because of these core features. So let's let's dive into those just a little bit.
And that's really the big deal, right? Because I know I like tech, I know Nate does, I know our team does, but it's for more than just for show. Right? It's not just to talk about, it's to save you money, it's to make you safer, give you better peace of mind, to give you more peace of mind. So those are some really great stats, so that the Institute, the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, IIHS, is a great source to look up how there actually have been a reduction over the last few years in frontal collisions, like Nate said. Also, fatalities have actually decreased in terms of percentage of vehicles on the road. So all those things, we believe that there's certainly an attribution to the safety systems that are in vehicles.
Right.
And the good news is some of these you'll recognize. So if you drive a vehicle, especially a late model car, meaning in the last few years, you probably have most of these safety systems, or you have them and you don't even know. Which I guess that's not bad, other than it's good in case you ever get in a situation where you need them.
Right.
What are some of the systems that are in these vehicles nowadays that if you haven't shopped for a vehicle in 5 or 10 years may not be in your car, or you might not even think about?
Yeah, so you have your automatic emergency braking, or AEB, the single most important feature. This is the one that I was talking about earlier. This feature really dives into the automatic help, so kind of reflexing for the humans before the human actually sees it, right? We see it and we react, but the vehicle kind of helps us react a little bit faster to a vehicle that may be stopping quicker than we assume.
Yeah, and I see that, I personally have experienced that in a parking lot scenario where I go to back out of a spot and I don't see something because I'm looking the other way, and then all of a sudden the car stops on its own. So it's autonomous braking.
Well, that's
right?
a little bit different. So that is autonomous braking, yes, but that is actually that's what we consider the cross traffic monitor.
Yeah, that's
in the
true.
back.
Both braking. Yeah, what you were mentioning is like an emergency.
Front.
Emergency braking in case you're in an emergency situation. I got you. So I jumped ahead. We have
lots of technology.
Sensors.
You have that. A lot of people think of it for Honda as the collision mitigation braking system, and then for Chevy you have the front pedestrian braking. So that's for the forward end collision.
Yep.
You're on a highway. You're on things like that. So a personal anecdotal story. We actually had an individual come in and say, "My car just stopped by itself." And I think I don't know what's wrong with it. I thought I hit something, but I don't see anything. And so we had to explain to her, like, if you got close, you found out the situation very close to a vehicle, things like that. The car stopped. She thought she hit the vehicle. She didn't. It was because of the collision mitigation braking system.
Wow.
She didn't realize that her car had that on there, but that helped from preventing an accident.
Yeah.
So some stuff like that. The blind spot monitoring, that goes on the mirrors or the A-pillars in some of the Honda vehicles. Chevy calls it the lane change alert with side blind zone alert. So those are similar, just if you have the different vehicles, you have those as well. And then what you're talking about.
Yep. Rear, I was talking about
Your
rear
favorite.
cross traffic alert.
Yep.
So rear, meaning that those sensors that are in the rear of the vehicle, right? Either the rear quarter panels or the rear bumper itself. There are sensors back there in a lot of these newer vehicles with technology. And they send out signals constantly when you have your vehicle in reverse. And just like I was just saying a second ago, I had my vehicle in reverse. I was looking one way. I looked the other way. Nobody was coming. But when I was focusing on backing up and I was looking one direction, a vehicle came out of nowhere the other way, and the vehicle my car automatically detected that the car was coming and stopped me. Otherwise, I might have gone into the lane, right?
Yeah.
So that's rear cross traffic alert, because I was backing up and that car was kind of coming perpendicular to where I was. So that was a big help, and thank goodness, because the vehicle stopped. It jerked me, stopped. I certainly said, "Whoa, what's going on here?" And luckily, the other car, I was nowhere near hitting it. So that was a big deal.
And these are ones that I would consider are the most important, right? Like, these are ones that do come standard on most vehicles now, and they prevent accidents more than we think.
Yeah.
Right? But how many? Well, before we get into that. That's what I think about. These core features are actually preventing accidents day in and day out.
Yep. And that level accident, which that's not something on the highway that's high speed. But those low, I don't know if you call them fender benders or what people call them. Yeah, low speed parking lot stuff. That's what ends up costing people a bunch of money and time and anguish, right?
Yep.
Because now your car is damaged if you did get in that fender bender, and you have to deal with bringing your vehicle to get repaired. You have to deal with insurance, get all that claims process. You have to deal with possibly increased premiums, right? Because, regardless of whose fault it is, if your insurance is involved, that could increase insurance.
Right.
Let alone the fact that you might have to take time from your family schedule, from your work schedule. So there's a lot of things there. And we said, geez, if that just didn't happen, that would be a lot easier. So thank goodness for rear cross traffic alert, that saves you those things. In the moment, you don't think anything of it, but when you think back on it, boy, imagine if we didn't have any of those fender benders.
Yeah, we'll come back to that with insurance premiums and stuff like that. We'll come back to that towards the end of the show. But moving on down, this is something that seems so simple, but is actually, in my opinion, something that could get overlooked, right? Like you're running busy through the day, your kid might be sleeping, and you leave your kid in the car, and you're like, oh crud.
Yeah.
Well, now they create those. Chevrolet, GM, General Motors actually pioneered this, and so you have the rear seat reminder. So if it detects whether or not you open the back door on entry of the vehicle, and it will remind you that there might be someone in the back.
That's really important, and then that reminder comes up right in the dash, right?
Yep.
So you can't really not see it.
You also hear it has
a chime.
It has a little chime.
Yeah, it has a chime to it. So certainly better to have that reminder. We've all heard over the years of times where somebody didn't remember, and that was a really sad problem. So really good advances in technology, where the vehicle can sense whether the rear doors were opened or not, or if a seatbelt was buckled or not in the back to determine if somebody might be back there. So yeah, that's a really good point. Something I don't think of.
Yep. So those are the must-haves. Those are the ones I say are the must to have those to prevent certain things. Now we move into the nice-to-haves. The driver creature comforts, or also known as the commuter's best friend.
Yeah.
And some of those, the one that I use every single day, without fail, is definitely going to be the first two on our list, which is the adaptive cruise control with low speed follow on our Hondas, and then the lane keeping assist. Those I literally use those every day.
I love those myself, right? And that cruise control being adaptive, if you don't have a vehicle with that, boy, you don't know what you're missing. That adaptive cruise control is where you're on the highway going a legal limit, of course. You're going 65, and you're going with traffic, and then a car might go in front of you in your lane and slows down. Well, the adaptive cruise control indeed adapts to, it has a sensor that's constantly monitoring the traffic in front of you, and it will then slow your vehicle to match the speed of the vehicle in front.
That's right.
Which obviously is both safe, because you don't want to keep going the same speed, because you could hit the back of the car.
And that was always the problem with cruise control, right? Like
you had to turn it on and off.
On and off and on and off and resume and set, and then you got to move over, and then the car comes in front of you, and you're like, oh!
Yep. Yeah, and a lot of the systems...
Way better.
Much better. And a lot of the systems, even the technology right in the vehicle display, right in front of you, so you don't have to take your eyes far off the road, shows you what traffic is going on, right? It shows you that there might be a car in front of you up here, and then it even shows you the lanes next to you.
Yep.
I know in my car it does that. It shows the lane next to me, and you can just be aware that there's a car that can
That's
move
a
into
newer
the lane.
feature, and that only used to come on very upper luxury vehicles.
That's right.
Those also come on Teslas.
Oh, really?
All the Teslas have that similar feature where it shows you, all of the vehicles around you.
Boy, who would have thought that, right? In the year 2025, we have a car that can kind of give you like a map of what, it's almost like a video game. It's telling you like remember Frogger?
Oh.
Where it showed you the cars coming up.
We
like
just
that's
thought
what
the
it
same
showed
thing.
you.
I was like, oh, like Frogger.
Yeah, exactly.
We're either old or really, just into it.
Well, I know I am. That was from my youth. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So that adaptive cruise control feature is really neat. And different manufacturers call it different things. But anytime you have a cruise control that will adapt to the vehicle itself without you being involved, that's an adaptive cruise. And lane keep assist.
Yes.
Right. That's the where the indicator is in like Nate said, in the mirrors or on that A pillar, which is the pillar that comes down.
Yeah. We're talking about lane keep assist.
Yeah, lane keep is where it keeps you in the lane.
Yes. Yep.
All right.
So lane keep assist is also one of my favorites. The one of the problems that I've found is that not every manufacturer has it calibrated to the same specs as each one. So, like for instance, the Hondas will work to try to keep you in the lane, like in the middle of the lane. Whereas there's some that will just kind of ping pong you back and forth. And then you're like, why do I even use this?
Like bumpers, you mean? Like right side, left side?
Yeah. And you're just going like this.
Yeah.
So always make sure, take it out for a test drive to see if that might work for some people who really don't want any real assistance, right? You have the individuals who are like, I don't want any of these features. I can drive a car myself. I don't need the car to drive for me. But having this on kind of helps you out a little bit, but it's not overpowering, which is what some people would say about maybe the Honda that keeps you inside the lane.
Yeah, that's true. On some of the Honda models, there's actually a little bit of a steer assist. Right.
Well, if they have the lane keep assist, it's literally, it moves, you'll see the steering wheel move.
So when you're driving down the middle of the lane and you drift just a little bit for whatever reason, it kind of puts you back, just like Nate said. And if it goes back the other way, it can put you back the other way. But, good to have. And they're, in the Hondas, it's a visual and audio that you can see that you might be straying from the lane. There are some other vehicles that actually have sensory, like in the seats and stuff like that, kind of gives you a little buzz, just to make sure that you're paying attention.
Yeah, so if you don't like the auditory systems in the Chevy vehicles, will actually buzz the seat. So, there's a lot of people that are like, I don't want the chimes on, but it's sensory overload, I don't want that. Well, you can have the little buzz in the seat, so if you're moving backwards or forward, it will buzz you to stop and all that. Some nice to have, some very convenient as we move on to the parents in the room, parents watching out there. Teen driving assistance. You can tell now, you can have a teen profile. See when they're going over the speed limit. You can see how they're driving, how aggressive they're driving. There's also things like buckle to drive. So you have to make sure that your kid buckles. And
That's
so
right.
in Chevrolets, I ran into it today. I'm driving a Silverado. I'm like, really? I'm just moving it from one spot to the other. I have to buckle my seatbelt.
You got to buckle it.
So you have to buckle the seatbelt in order to move the car.
Or it won't shift into gear.
It won't shift. No,
That's right.
It won't do any of that. You also have that's what we were talking about, the safety alert seat, which is the vibrating. And then this is a fun one. I don't know how much I really love it, but some instances I could see you have a really tall person in the back that's blocking your rear view mirror. Get all your friends in there, you just can't see. But in the new Chevrolet vehicles, and I'm sure there's probably some in other manufacturers, but I haven't seen those, the rear camera mirror. So you have your normal reflective mirror, you just flip the switch, and it turns on a camera in the back so you can see.
Right. So you're looking at the image, the camera image, instead of the actual reflection, like they're saying. Yeah, because what if you had stuff in the back, safely stored?
Everybody knows you drive to college.
Right.
You're going on a family trip. You don't even know. You can't see anybody, man. You have to make sure you can see the side view mirrors, and then you got to stick your head out,
So certainly more safe, and of course you have everything packed.
Everything's tied up with
right, of course. But
nothing's coming back to hit you in the face.
Right, or more likely, you just have a really tall friend that's sitting back there, and you can't see past them. But anyway, that's actually pretty neat. I agree with you. I don't know of any other manufacturer that has that feature. Yeah, maybe there is, but we haven't seen it. So those are some pretty neat features. A lot of folks watching may have some of these features in their vehicle and don't realize that these are advanced. That technology is advanced in the last few years, and every version gets better. Right. So even though you have a 5, 6, 7-year-old vehicle and you say, "Oh, I have adaptive cruise," guess what? The adaptive cruise control feature in the brand new vehicles is even better. Right. It's like that newer phone or anything.
Hopefully you can get a software update to get that. But
That's right.
Hopefully it gets to the point where you don't need the new technology. You can just hit the software update and you get that. But we want to know, if you're watching right now, what is your favorite feature that you love to use, right? We want to see if you can let us know what features you have in your car and which one you love the most, and which ones have you ever almost gotten to an accident and the collision mitigation braking system kicked into gear.
Yeah.
We want to know.
Awesome features, but more importantly, they're safety features.
Yes.
Right? Like Nate just said, there are people that have almost gotten in accidents and don't even realize that the vehicle and the features and the technology actually save you. Not just physically, not from harm, but also from just expense, problems, and you walked away with no problem and you got to work on time and you didn't even think twice about it.
That's right.
That's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
There's lots more.
There is more.
Should we keep going?
We have, well, let's at least just talk about one other thing that's a big topic. That we see.
I have to talk about this one because I love this one so much. So, we have those, we have the creature comforts, then we have the ones that are right on the fringe of like, I don't know if I really want this.
Cutting edge, though.
But it's kind of sweet.
Yeah.
And that is Super Cruise. So Super Cruise is like the bar, the standard of autonomous driving at the moment. I mean, Tesla does have it. But when it comes to, I guess Tesla's mainstream now, but the main manufacturers besides Tesla, you have Super Cruise. And Super Cruise literally drives for you, switches lanes, all of that, which I'm not sure if autopilot on the Tesla, I don't know, confirm, anyone know the autopilot on Tesla, if it moves around vehicles and stuff like that for you?
I think it has to be the fully autonomous package. Yeah, more than just autopilot. But
anyway,
GM,
I love that.
Yeah, and then the feature Nate's talking about is a General Motors feature. So it's not on Honda, but it is on select Chevy vehicles and of course General Motors vehicles.
Yep, you can get it on the high countries for the Suburban, the Tahoe, and the Silverado.
Yeah, that is such a cool feature. And if you're watching and you've never heard that term before, Super Cruise, it is more than super. So check it out on the MohawkChevrolet.com website. There are some vehicles on there with it. And, of course, the World Wide Web has a lot of info about it, videos and all that kind of cool stuff. So that's a really neat way to kind of finish some of our technology talk. But we covered a lot in terms of what's in vehicles today. A lot of the features that we mentioned are standard on vehicles that we sell, not all of them. So ask your sales representative, ask your customer or client representative at either store about those features. And if you'd like to ever check them out, come on into the store and take a test drive into your favorite model. And we're happy to demonstrate how they work.
We are. There is one thing that I really need to know, Mike. There's a war on buttons in the car. And I, for one,
That's true.
Detest getting rid of all the buttons.
Right, and when we say buttons, we're talking about like the hard buttons.
The hard buttons.
That like you can feel instead of just having it be a computer.
If I want to put on my heated seat, I don't want to have to tap 5 times to get to my heated seat, my climate control, right? Like those are things that I need there in front of me. And I do believe that Honda and Chevrolet, they do a very good job of keeping the buttons. I will say though, Honda tried to get rid of the volume button in, I believe, models like between 16 and 18.
You're right.
They tried to get rid of the volume button. Everybody complained. It was awful because you had to either press the screen up, down, or slide your finger.
Yep.
And we're like, no, why? Just give me the dial back, bro. Just give me the dial back.
Yeah, I'm with Nate on this. The debate inside the business about do you go without hard buttons, meaning something that you can actually that stay there, or do you just go with all digital display? I think there's a good combination of the two, especially with the most commonly used features in a vehicle, like radio volume. I know I use that all the time. Climate control and a couple others. It's nice to have those hard buttons that always stay there. I'm like as if the dashboard is right here. That always stay there, and especially the volume. You can just turn it real quick. You don't even have to look at it. You know what you're doing, but to take your eyes off and try to maneuver a touch screen, that's much more difficult.
Yeah,
so I'm with you on that.
Few main things: climate control, radio, and I think I would be okay with that.
Yeah.
I don't need anything else. I mean, the heated seats, but that's climate. That's part of the climate control.
Yeah. Because the rest you probably set one time and leave it. You either set once or you set once every little bit. You don't need it. You don't need the buttons every day.
Yep.
So yeah, that certainly is a good point. We'd love to see and hear what your opinion is on that. So feel free to put in the comments whether you like some of those hard buttons being the actual buttons that you touch, or if you liked it all digital. Because this is just two guys' opinion.
That's it.
That's right.
Two dudes talking about the war on buttons and technology in the vehicle. And, maybe we'll get into this next time. We'll go over a few of the other things. There's the whole connectivity and subscriptions that are coming into play.
Yep.
We'll talk more about that on the next podcast. but I think that that's a new thing that drivers are coming into a season where subscriptions and subscription fatigue is coming into play now.
Yep.
Because everything has a subscription now.
So many
and
subscriptions.
updates and all this fun stuff coming in. Your car is becoming more technologically advanced, just like your phone. And so we're getting into this point where, like, can I just get my car back?
Right.
I'm going to go buy a 1950s Cadillac.
Enough with the subscriptions.
I'll take my 8-track player back, everybody. I'll take my 8-track player.
That might be pushing it. But yeah, I know what you mean. Less complicated sometimes is
Yep.
better.
Bring back the hand rollers, everybody.
That's right.
Hand rollers.
I think we did it.
We did it. Here we are, Mohawk Table Talk. We went over a bunch of different features. If you have any questions on any of the features that we talked about, we really want to know. In the comments, what are your favorite features on your vehicle? What about the war on buttons? Do you want more buttons, less buttons? Should everything just be in the dashboard? Should it be in your driver's steering wheel? Or do you want some basic creature comforts where you can find them?
Yeah, I'd love to find out because we know what our opinions are, but we're only a couple guys, so we'd love to hear what everybody else has to say. But we appreciate you tuning in, and if everything goes well, it should. We'll be back next week, same time.
Same time. Till next time, Mohawk Table Talk here at Mohawk Honda Studios for the Mohawk Auto Group, talking about tech.